What is Big Wild Love, and how did you
Okay.
discover Big Wild Love?
Yeah. So Big Wild Love is my version of self-love. And we talk about self-love a lot these days. We did not always talk about self-love all the time, all the time, all the time. And self-love can mean a million different things. It can mean I'm going to go get my nails done, I'm going to go get a pedicure or a manicure, a massage, or I'm going to take the day off and give myself a mental health day. And those are all amazing things to do. That's self-care. That does feed into self-love. That's self-care. This is really self-love that gives you the courage that you need to make hard choices and bold moves on behalf of yourself. So it's knowing that no matter what happens, if you let go of your partner or the idea of your partner or the grief from your partner or the job or whatever, you will be okay because you've got you and you love you and you know your value. And so you know that you can move forward and find what it is that you're looking for and not accept less. You know that the things that you want are available to you and that you deserve them because you've done that work to cultivate your own big wild love. And when the byproduct of big wild love is that you begin to attract other big wild loving humans into your life because non-big wild loving humans don't want anything to do with big people who have big wild love. They don't know what to do with that. They want to people who want the drama they do. They want people who are on their playing field, right? Maybe there's some who are ready to cultivate that big wild love. So yeah, they're drawn to it just the same way we're drawn to things that we want in our life. And you know, I came around to the idea of big wild love after I gave my TED talk called The Unstoppable Power of Letting Go. And as you know, and that talk is almost at 5 million views now
Wow.
because
Congratulations, Jill.
well,
You're amazing.
thank you, but it's really not me. It's really not me. It's the fact that we are all stuck and we stay too long in places.
Yeah,
And so it's a message that is so incredibly universal
and
and
resonates. Yeah.
it really does. And so I started to after I gave that talk, I started to hear from people, women and men from all over the world, as you know,
Mhm.
as I sit here in the States and you are there in Australia.
Yeah.
Um, and I would interview many of these people for my book. Um, and what I learned was the biggest common denominator was it was constant across every single person that I spoke to is that they lacked big wild love. They were stuck because they did not appreciate or understand their own value. And so they had absolutely no currency to use to buy something else. They were stuck. And so I thought that was just so interesting because, you could teach people, like we said at the outset, you could give people a process for anything, but if they're not ready to engage with that process, it doesn't matter. It's useless. And I learned that without big wild love, I can give you 500 processes for letting go, but you just won't do it because you won't know that if you let go, you will be okay. The things that you want are within your control, are within your power. But if you don't recognize your own value, if you don't have the ability to take risks because you know that if you jump, you are the net. You don't need a net outside of yourself. You are at the actual net. Um, you just won't jump. So I thought it was really important to focus on Big Wild Love. That's why I named my book Big Wild Love, then The Unstoppable Power of Letting Go, because we're in a crisis of self-love. We don't recognize our value. We're in a very hard world right now.